Les Miserables.
Volume 2. Cosette. Book 6th. Le Petit Picpus. By Victor Hugo. Narrated by Peter Silverleaf. Chapter 1. Number 62 Rue Petit Picpus. Nothing, half a century ago, more resembled every other carriage gate than the carriage gate of number 62 Rue Petit Picpus. This entrance, which usually stood ajar in the most inviting fashion, permitted a view of two things, neither of which have anything very funereal about them: a courtyard surrounded by walls hung with vines, and the face of a lounging porter. Above the wall at the bottom of the court, tall trees were visible. When a ray of sunlight enlivened the courtyard, when a glass of wine cheered up the porter, it was difficult to pass number 62 Little Picpus Street without carrying away a smiling impression of it. Nevertheless, it was a sombre place, of which one had had a glimpse. The threshold smiled, the house prayed and wept. If one succeeded in passing the porter, which was not easy, which was even nearly impossible for everyone, for there was an open sesame, which it was necessary to know. If the porter once passed, one entered a little vestibule on the right, on which opened a staircase shut in between two walls, and so narrow that only one person could ascend it at a time, if one did not allow oneself to be alarmed by a daubing of canary yellow with a dado of chocolate which clothed this staircase. If one ventured to ascend it, one crossed a first landing, then a second, and arrived on the first story at a corridor where the yellow wash and the chocolate-hued plinth pursued one with a peaceable persistency. Staircase and corridor were lighted by two beautiful windows. The corridor took a turn and became dark. If one doubled this cape, one arrived a few paces further on, in front of a door which was all the more mysterious because it was not fastened. If one opened it, one found oneself in a little chamber about 6 feet square, tiled, well scrubbed, clean, cold, and hung with nankin paper with green flowers at 15 sous the roll. A white, dull light fell from a large window, with tiny panes on the left, which usurped the whole width of the room. One gazed about, but saw no one. One listened, one heard neither a footstep nor a human murmur. The walls were bare, the chamber was not furnished, there was not even a chair. One looked again, and beheld on the wall facing...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?